Okay, so this is second game. Um, if you're just joining us, I went 2-0 in the first round. This whole thing was out of 3 rounds, with prizes going to those who go 2-1 as well as 3-0. Opening hand was pretty good. Oh, and side note, for whatever reason, this is the only replay that saved from this game. So I don't remember. This is, I guess, the second game. I won the first game. This is Earthquake is sideboard, and so is the Bailiff. Um, yeah. So this was the second game. I actually went 2-0 in this round as well, which was pretty awesome. So the first game replay didn't save. My opponent's playing Boros Aggro. He started the first game with a whole bunch of weenies. He had the other landfall guys. Had a couple little flyers. Really nothing going on. I managed to get out a Broodmate Dragon and Maze of Ith, and it had him pretty much shut down. He just conceded out. So get into another Maze of Ith. Definitely my MVP in this deck because of the fact that the first 2 rounds, first 4 games, I managed to draw it in all of them, which is awesome. Really, definitely helps shut down. It's almost like having a uh, a targeted fog, or a kill spell for a creature every turn. Decide to use the abrupt decay on the plated GOP there because of the fact that you're not going to always find a lot of options. Actually, with his deck, I did. The fact that the 3 or less, it fit well with his aggro strategy. So usually you don't find a lot of options for that, and I just wanted to use it while I had the opportunity. Elspeth comes down. I hate this guy. I see so much of Elspeth, and I've lost more games to this card than anything else. Also brought in Black Sun Zenith. So I brought in the Bailiff to gain some life because he was fast, and also the Earthquake and the Zenith to get rid of these creatures. So it's actually pretty fantastic that I drew into 3 out of the 4 cards I sideboarded in. So puts down Skyfisher, drawn to Green Sun Zenith, sorry. Put down the Bailiff just to give myself a little breathing room. I am going to have some options here to attack through on Elspeth once I wipe the board, and I have 2 options available to wipe the board. Put out the Sun Zenith, and I thought about my cards and what I had to play. I really wanted something to deal with Elspeth or kill creatures or something, but because of green, it's not something I could. Because it goes to the battlefield, I didn't want something like Bloodbraid Elf. Um, I decided I would use it for X=2 to get Tarmogoyf and just shuffle up my deck a bit. Tarmogoyf at least gives me some decent blocking on the ground. Also, with these having 4 toughness at this point in time, it gives me an option. I can Earthquake for 3, do some damage to Elspeth, clear off the board a bit. Earthquake is unfortunately damage to just non-flying creatures, so luckily Maze of Ith is going to be here to kind of keep that damage locked out. So here we go. We are going to Earthquake for 3. Like I said, this gives me an opportunity I can swing through, and decided to play things a little differently. I attacked with both here, teasing him into the opportunity to block one of my creatures. Both of them are attacking Elspeth, it's going to get it down to 1, which means that I'll be able to kill it next turn. Then I do use Maze of Ith to prevent the damage from being dealt to and from Tarmogoyf and keeping it on the field. A little bit lucky, I guess, is the fact that he doesn't have any options as far as direct damage to kill that off. He did see a Brimstone Volley that he used earlier on when I killed the GOP. So text through Skyfisher. Now I had some options here. You see there, I started to play the Acidic Slime, and I was thinking, oh, I can use it to get rid of this land, because I'm not going to be able to get rid of Elspeth this turn. And then I stopped myself before I cast it and said, wait a minute. If I use Acidic Slime, when that goes onto the stack to kill a Crucible, he's just going to activate that ability, and it's going to be useless anyways. So I thought about it, and I decided, is there a way I can get rid of Elspeth this turn? And I decided, well, it's not very powerful, I would use Black Sun Zenith to clear the way completely for me to attack straight onto Elspeth. And I did. I attacked with both of these because I knew he was going to be able to activate Crucible and create that 4/4 token. Again, going to have to use Maze of Ith in prevention of damage to Tarmogoyf. So he chooses to block that, and still the Bailiff is going to get through and finish that off. And I put down the sword and fetch out a land. Not enough mana to equip it, but that's okay. It's going to work really well to block out this Hellion if we need to use the Maze of Ith to get rid of the flyer. Though thankfully the Black Sun Zenith does its kind of worldwide damage as -1/-1 counters, which is great. So he uses Parallax Wave, which is kind of a multiple target Oblivion Ring, I guess is the best way to put it, right? Yeah, so luckily I still had the Acidic Slime, which is great because I can get that Tarmogoyf right back. And it is a 6/7 this time now that the Planeswalker has died and there's an enchantment down there. So I equipped the sword to the Baelith. I figure at this point in time that makes all of these threats equally dangerous. The Tarmogoyf for being big, the Acidic Slime for Death Touch, and the Baelith for now having a sword equipped. Use the damage to get rid of that Skyfisher. Draw on a Broodmate, which I'm going to be able to use easily. He wants to attack to finish me off. I'm very close, and if he had a little bit of burn, he would have been able to. But he's not going to be able to, so I'm going to swing through with all of these guys. Have the Maze that's going to be able to block. I think I could have been a little more aggressive and activated the Lava Claw Reaches as well. Maze will be able to block one of these guys. Sword is going to do 2 damage to the face. I decided to put out, at this point in time, the Vampire. It really didn't matter there. I guess I was thinking the Life Link would be nice to go up a little bit, but I think if I had activated the Lava Claw Reaches, now it would have been a little bit short. I could activate it and swing 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I could have finished him off if I had activated the Reaches. So a small misplay, but that's okay. It still worked out in my favor. This one will be obviously very short because I apologize, only one of these saved. I recorded these while I played. I used 2 different screen capture programs, and for whatever reason, I realized afterwards that the files were not saving from the other programs, so unfortunately you're going to get replays. And again, not the best commentary, but it's not about the commentary. I just kind of wanted to show how the games went. So, alright, we'll check out the other game in a second here.